Heyo, your friendly neighborhood quarter guy here. And I'd like to start off today by remembering the life of Christopher Lee, who passed away earlier this week. Christopher Lee was a great actor who gave us the portrayal of many great characters such as Dracula, Saruman from the Lord of the Rings saga, and the voices of such characters such as Ansem the Wise from the Kingdom Hearts series. He will be greatly missed among people who recognize his work. It's truly a shame, really. Earlier, we saw the passing of Leonard Nimoy, the voice of Master Xehanort, and now we lose the voice of Christopher Lee, who gave us the voice of Ansem the Wise, and it's just really sad to see all these talented people die. It's just, we all have to die sometime, but it's sad to see a well-known person like that go. Rest in peace, Sir Christopher Lee. Anyway, on to my next piece of business. I cannot stand it when things are leaked. I might have brought this up before when we had to address the ESRB leak for Smash Bros. 4, the one that revealed Shulk, the Duck Hunt Dog, and Dr. Mario, among other things. And now we have absolute confirmation that the data mining leak for Super Smash Bros. 4 is indeed legit. That is the leak that revealed Roy from Fire Emblem and Ryu from Street Fighter to be in the game. As it turns out, last night, their victory videos were leaked, among other things. This comes ahead of a Smash Bros. Mini Direct prior to E3. Couldn't they have at least waited until the Direct so that we could be surprised by it? Well, not so surprised for people who knew about the leak, but still. Not only that, but a trailer was leaked recently by Tecmo Koei for Hyrule Warriors All-Stars for 3DS. Don't get me wrong, that sounds like a lot of cool stuff. In fact, it was revealed in that trailer that Tetra and King Daphne Johansen Hyrule from Wind Waker will be in the game, with the King of Hyrule being able to transform into the King of Red Lions to attack. And you'll be able to transfer those, apparently, to the Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U, which I think is cool. That being said, why do people have to keep leaking this stuff? It kills the surprise, which in some ways can kill hype for a game, and at the same time, it's a violation of the NDA, which, as I've brought up before, is a big no-no. You don't do that. You just don't. Which leads me to my question of the week. What is the worst leak you've ever seen for a video game? As always, give me your answers in the comments below, and I'll give you my favorites in the next week's episode. Here are last week's winners. Now that we've got through with that, this is a reminder that Top 10 Boss Rage episodes is currently in the editing stages, and I've got 4 segments in already by the time I'm uploading this. So, look forward to that in the coming week, hopefully. And with that, time for the fourth wall mailbag. First question comes from Daniel King, who asks, who is your favorite character in Killer Instinct? Well, I can't really speak for the new Killer Instinct since I don't own an Xbox One and I'm not one to buy a new console just for one game. But with the classic Killer Instinct games, my favorite character, I'd have to say, was Glacius. I liked his design, being an alien made of liquid and ice. I liked his moves, and I liked the fact that you could actually, with one of his moves, you could actually really juggle an opponent really well. Now, I was young when Killer Instinct first came out on the Super Nintendo, and I really was never really that good with the combo system, but I still had a lot of fun with Glacius. And hopefully Microsoft eventually does decide to bring the new Killer Instinct to the PC. I mean, they have said that they're not ruling it out for the future. They don't have it planned right now. But they said there is a possibility. Excuse me. Next question comes from Original Giratina, who asks, what do you use to record your games, and would you recommend it? Well, Well, for console games, I use the AverMedia HD Game Broadcaster C127 capture card, which some friends got for me a year or two back. It's probably outdated by today's standards. In fact, I think it's definitely outdated by today's standards, but it does the job for what I have. So you could probably get better with Elgato or even AverMedia itself. As for PC games, I use the Bandicam screen recorder. That's something I can definitely recommend. Although you do have to buy the license in order to avoid the watermark. Now for streaming, I've recently started to learn to use XSplit Broadcaster, which is recommended for people who use stream layouts, like I do. By the way, thanks to the Trees Apprentice for my stream layout for Twitch. He's the one who did it for me. Shout out to him for that. Next question comes from Sakura Slicer 19, who asks, if you could be a playable character in Arcana Heart, what Arcana element would you have? Funny you should ask that, Sakura Slicer, because I've had some ideas for OCs in my head, including some male characters. My primary male OC, I don't want to reveal too much about the ideas I have in my head for him, but his name is Trey Cunningham. He's about the same age as Hart and her friends. And his element of Arcana would be the Arcana of Courage. Because if there were male characters in Arcana Heart, I think Courage would be the best element for a male main character. Or at least deuteragonist. I mean, if love makes the cut as an element, then Courage wouldn't be so far-fetched, wouldn't you agree? Next question comes from Dark Mario 898, who asks, will you be accepting video requests for QG Reacts? Now for QG Reacts, I do take video requests, however, requests are open to Platinum patrons or higher on my Patreon account. Now for Platinum patrons, those are people who donate at least $20 or more a month. And I use that money to help support my channel, to help me get better gear. So if you want to see my videos get better, if you want to see me do more stuff with QG Reacts, if you have videos that you have in mind, and you're willing to support the channel, there's a link to my Patreon in the description below, as always. And I always give thanks to my patrons at the end of my videos. Next question comes from Silver Maxis, who asks, is your refrigerator running? Hey, Fridgie. I'm watching you.